Adding a role selector in Roblox can make your game more dynamic by allowing players to choose different roles before starting. Whether it's selecting a police officer in a cops and robbers game or picking a class in an RPG, a role selector can improve gameplay and player engagement. Here's how to create one in Roblox Studio.
What the fuck?
More than 95% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you find this guide helpful, hit that subscribe button and help the channel grow. To start, open Roblox Studio and create a new screen GUI inside Starter GUI. This will serve as the interface where players select their roles. Inside the screen GUI, create a frame and add buttons for each role you want to include. For example, if your game has Warrior, Mage, and Archer roles, create 3 buttons labeled accordingly. Next, you'll need to assign functionality to each button. Insert a local script inside the GUI and program it so that when a player clicks a button, their role is selected. When a button is clicked, you should store the chosen role in a variable and send it to the server. Now, to ensure that the player is assigned their selected role when they spawn, use remote events to communicate the chosen role from the client to the server. Create a remote event inside Replicate Text Storage and name it something like Role Selection Vent. On the server side, create a script inside Server Script Source that listens for when a player selects a role. When the player joins the game, check their selected role and apply the necessary changes. This could include assigning different clothing, abilities, or stats based on the chosen role. For example, if a player picks Warrior, they might spawn with a sword while a mage gets a staff. You can handle this by storing predefined equipment or attributes in modules and giving them to the player upon role selection. You might also want to save the player's chosen role using Data Store so that their selection remains even if they leave and rejoin the game. This way, when they return, they will automatically spawn as their last selected role. To improve the UI, add visual effects such as highlighting the selected role, playing a confirmation sound when a button is clicked, or adding animations when switching between roles. You can also include descriptions next to each role so that players know what they are choosing. Once everything is set up, test the system thoroughly in play mode to ensure players can select and spawn with their chosen role correctly. If the game allows role changes mid-session, you may need to add an option to respawn the player when they pick a new role. By following these steps, you'll have a functional role selector in your Roblox game, allowing players to pick their roles seamlessly. Whether it's for a combat game, a simulation, or an RPG, this system adds depth and replayability to your game.